What's up, everybody? Squirrel Man's back again, sitting in my house. Uh, just got back from the gym a little bit ago, ran a mile, and did some other stuff. Been sweating it out like crazy in that gym all week, man. I feel so good. Uh, that's the. You ever talk to? I know every social circle or most of them always has that guy that works out all the time that comes to the parties and he's like, man, you should come to the gym with me, blah blah blah. And a lot of the people there are just like, yeah, whatever, because they're not into it. They don't work out. They don't do any of that stuff, But if you could just see what it's like on the other side of the tracks and give it more than 1 or 2 days, I always say it takes at least 3 days to break through the wall, because once you get through that third day and you get in the swing of it, into a real program kind of thing, a schedule, if you want to call it that. That's when you really start to feel better. You start to start to see where all your work is going, and that's not really the whole point of this video. The reason why I wanted to make this video is to talk about video games. How many of you, especially truckers, I know a lot of you truckers got to play video games, man. I can't even imagine, and I don't blame you, because you're sitting in that truck, you got the TV in front of you. I mean, I see you in the truck stops. I see big TVs in there. I have a TV in my truck, and I've never even used it. I've tried to figure out how to hook it up. I couldn't do it. I'm not a tech person. So if I watch movies, I just watch it on my phone. But that's not really the point either, though. The thing that bothers me the most about video games, especially nowadays, is because I'm almost 42. When I was growing up, we had things like Mario Brothers, like stuff like that, little games. Those aren't career games. Career games are destroyed people. They really did. I mean, the career games are the reason why people sit in their house for days, weeks, and months playing the same stupid game, because there's no ending to it. It just keeps going and going and going, and it's so bad for you. This girl, she was a friend of my ex, and she had a boyfriend, and I wasn't friends with him. I didn't even really like the guy, but I seen him here and there once in a while, and like 4 or 5 months went by, and I didn't see this guy. And I knew he was a gamer. I knew he was a loser. He was a pothead. He lived off his girlfriend. He was a total loser, right? So I didn't see him for like 4 or 5 months one time, right? I go over to his house with my ex, and we're just hanging out, and he comes out, and I'm like, holy shit, dude. He put on so much weight. It was ridiculous. I was like, what the fuck did you do to yourself, man? He had to put on like 75, 80 pounds. It was ridiculous. I was like, dude, you look like a fucking walrus, because he sits in that bed all day long, smoking pot, eating takeout, and playing that stupid NBA 2K game. I'm like, dude, shoot me in the face. Oh my God, I couldn't do that, man. I mean, talk about boring. Like, to me, with video games, I've met so many people over the years. Like, I'll go to a party, and this guy like, hey, man, you got to play this game, right? I'll try it for like 2 minutes. I'm like, this is stupid, bro. This isn't even, like, I don't understand it. I was like, I can understand why you like it. Yeah, it looks cool, the graphics, but like, I can't put no more than like 10 minutes of my time into this. I mean, this is so ridiculous. And that's what kills me. There's so many people out there that they spend their whole lives, all their spare time, playing stupid video games. I've worked with people so many times over the years. Like, what are you doing this weekend, man? What are you doing this weekend? Oh, nothing. Because they want to sit at home and play their stupid games. Right? I remember a guy I used to work with at the prison. He used to always blame his girlfriend why he didn't want to come out during the weekends. And I come to find out later, I actually met his girlfriend, and she was really cool. And everything he said, I found out, was total bullshit. He used to talk so much trash about his girlfriend and use her as a grudge never to leave the house. And come to find out, it's just because he wants to sit in the house and play fucking video games all the time like a loser, And can you imagine what you would look like? See, this is what bothers me. This is what bothers me about those stupid career games. You guys spend countless hours building this career, this persona, this person, right? In this, and it's all fiction in this game. Could you imagine what your real life would be like if you put that much energy into your real life, into your career, into building things, into obtaining assets, into going further in the world as you did into this stupid, ridiculous video game? I mean, that's childish. I've said it for years, and I'll say it right now. I'm going to say it for the rest of my life. Video games are for little kids, because little kids don't know any better than to sit there in their bedroom when they're 10 years old. There's not a whole lot they can do besides go out and mow the yards or something to make money, so they don't know any better than to sit in their rooms and play video games, But when you are a grown man, 40, 50 years old, sitting at home all your spare time playing video games, and you're not making that much money, maybe you work at freaking Pizza Hut or something. I knew a guy who worked at Pizza Hut for 30 years. I couldn't believe it. He was an old man. I was like, oh my God, dude, you threw your whole life away for this shit. And this is what you guys are doing. You throw your whole life away just because you want to always take the easy road, Oh, I don't want to do that, man. It's too much work. It's too much work, Of course it's a lot of work. It wouldn't be worth it. The reward wouldn't be worth it if it wasn't hard. That's why when I lose things, when I have shitty days, I don't sit there and cry about it, man, because it's not worth it. Nobody wants to hear you cry. Nobody cares about it. Maybe they'll pat you on the head a little bit and say, hey, man, better luck next time. But after that, they don't give a shit. If you fall down and if you fall, okay, if I see you fall down, right, and I don't see you for a week or a month or two or whatever, and I come back and you're still in the same position, I'm like, what in the hell is wrong with you, man? This is what used to kill me about my ex, dude. She would, something bad would happen to her, and it would just be permanently branded in her brain. That's it. It's just like, it's there. There's no getting over it. That's it. That's her personality now. I can't stand that. Everyone has bad days. Everyone experiences bad things. Everyone has to go to funerals. It's just a part of life. Everyone loses jobs, but you don't have to let it control your whole damn life. You get over it. You learn shit. Bad things are supposed to happen to you. It's a part of life. It's part of the whole damn path that you're taking. The whole journey of life. You're supposed to have bad things happen to you. Good things are supposed to happen too, but bad things are always going to happen. But there's a reason. And when bad things happen, you have to embrace them. You have to really think, why is this happening to me? What am I supposed to learn from this? If you just sit there and you're pissed off all the time, you're not learning the lesson that God's trying to teach you, Because when these things happen to you, I promise you, he's trying to teach you something. You have to sit there and think and think and think. What is he trying to teach me? Because once you learn that, now you're a gladiator. You are a gladiator now because you've learned the lesson and now you're stronger. That's the biggest lesson I've learned in the last few years, that when shit happens, you don't cry about it. You sit there, you can sit there and stew, but you got to think real hard. Why is this happening to me? What am I supposed to learn from it? What am I supposed to get out of this? And what kind of person am I going to be after this is all over? That's the whole lesson to be learned there. But as far as video games go, if you're playing video games all the time and you're a grown man, you're a fucking loser. I'm sorry, you're a loser. Oh, but they're fun and I like them and blah, blah, blah. Well, if you're broke and you're playing video games, you are a loser. If you're not doing anything in your spare time that's productive, especially if you're not like taking care of your body, taking care of your health, you're a loser. And if you want to be a loser the rest of your life, that's fine. But don't be one of those guys that shames wealthy people, that shames people for their success, that hates on that guy driving down the road in that flashy car. It's because that guy was willing to grind. He wasn't out playing video games. He didn't make any excuses. He was out grinding when you were playing video games, making excuses. you know? So you can't hate on people for that. So let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Common sense ain't common.